Okay, hello everyone. Okay, so we all are here for today's live stream. Welcome all of you for online study hours live stream. Okay, and I'm Hetal Jani. If you want to learn English grammar, you are on the right place. I was just waiting for my students to come up. Yes, I can see some names popping up. Hello everyone, how are you all? Yeah. So this platform provides you different topics you can learn over here from different subjects. Our faculties are taking the online classes since January. We have learned about many subjects over here with various topics like math, Hindi, Marathi, science, and today is English. So today my topic is going to be very useful for you all, very helpful, and we all know that we all are learning, we are used to learning online now. Okay, so now are you all ready for that? Yeah, I can see some of you, your names here. Before we start, I would like to take a shout out. Hello Aditi, hi Mitali. Okay Pari, hi. Yes dear, how are you? Okay, hope you all are doing very well in your online academics. Okay, I know you all are missing the school and offline learning. I can understand, but we have already brought various way to reach you. Okay, though we cannot connect ourselves with offline, but with you, to be with you, we are here online today. Okay, so now can we go for our topic today? Yeah, please be with me till the end, because what are we going to learn today is going to be helpful for you, so you can easily go back to the video, watch again and again. Whenever you have time, you can just watch that, and even some important topic if we are discussing and you feel like that it should be jotted down, like how you do in your class. Teacher is teaching you and some important topics you want to jot down in your book, you immediately do that, right? But here, yeah, why to sit with the book? One hand we have mobile in that, another hand how to carry the book and all. It's quite difficult, but here this video is not going anywhere. Okay, you can watch it as many times as you want. And with that, there are some points what I'm going to show you, teach you. Okay, so for that, if you want, you can take the screenshot and save it and learn from that as well. Okay, so you have full on access towards this video. Okay, now let's start with our today's topic. As I told you, we are going to do English grammar today. So our topic is narration. Okay, narration. This is very important topic for the grammar. Okay, it includes so many concepts. So when we are learning this, we are going to learn different topics of the grammar as well. Okay, now here, narration is also known as reported speech and indirect speech also. You may know with any of this name, but you all are aware about it. We are learning this topic since 6th grade. Okay, and regardless the board, I must say, it's not only for SSC, ICSE, CBSE, any stream you take, any board you take. Okay, in English this topic has always an important place. So now here we are going to learn this topic today, and I hope you all please pay attention and be with me, because at the end, towards the end of the lecture, I'm going to give you some questions and I hope you can answer them if you have paid attention to my video properly. Okay, so I just want you to be attentive for this. Okay, so let's start with that. First of all, let's understand what is narration. Okay, narration is the act of reporting words which is spoken by the speaker. Okay, which can be presented in two different ways. For example, the words of speaker can be reported directly as the speaker had said, which is direct speech, and another one is indirect speech. We can simplify the language. Okay, so now let's see in the detail what is direct speech and what is indirect speech. Now here, first we are going to learn about the direct speech. I have given one example here. Direct speech generally reports by the speaker. Okay, and now here the example I have written. She said, I am doing my lessons now. Here is the sentence which is given in the inverted comma, if you can see this. Okay, so now this is direct speech. She said, what she has said, we have written exactly the same way the words were spoken by the speaker. Okay, we have not made any changes in that. Now, that is the reason we have written the statement in the inverted comma, because it is the dialogue said by her. Now, when we are writing this sentence in the inverted comma, the first letter of it will be the capital letter. Okay, it will always be the capital letter when we are writing the sentence in inverted comma. Now, next, the comma. If you can see, after she said, we have put the comma over here, which is separating this reporting two reporting clause. Okay, one is containing the subject and the reporting verb, which is very, very important for this narration, and the other one is reporting clause. Okay, so now this is direct speech. Now let's see what is there in indirect speech. Indirect speech is for generally reported by the writers. Okay, she said that she was doing her lessons then. She said that she was doing her lessons then. The same example what we have taken for the direct speech, it is the same one, but we have changed it into the indirect speech. Now, what are the reasons? Now here, actual words of the speaker are transformed in the simple language, so the person who's listening to it can understand what does the speaker says. We just simplify it. We did not modify the sense of the sentence. Okay, the sentence meaning will remain always same. We just modify to make it from direct to indirect narration. So to change the narration, we modify it. We do not change with the sense of the sentence. Now here, what are the changes? What visible for you clearly is inverted comma is gone. We don't use inverted comma for indirect speech. The next comma, you cannot see the comma, right? Why? Because we have removed the comma. But on the place of comma, because comma was the connector of two clauses. Now here on place of comma, what we have done is we have used that. Okay, so that is the connecting word, conjunction. So on place of comma, we generally use conjunction. Now, what is the next change? The statement given over here is declarative sentence only. No matter whatever question or exclamatory sentence or imperative sentence is given in the quoted mark, when we are changing into indirect speech, what we do, we just transform that sentence into assertive sentence only. Okay, so here this is indirect speech. Now as I told you that I'm going to show you some key points which will be very, very, very helpful for you all. Okay, because when you learn this, you will be able to, you learn all the points. Whenever you are changing, you just have to remember this point only. Then you don't have to worry about the transformation. So now here there are the points. You can take the screenshot as well as, or you can go back to the video and watch it again how many times you want. Identification, once we done the identification, all this comes. Changing reporting verb, removal of punctuations, changing person, changing tense, changing expression words, which were the words which denotes time, other expressions, place, position. Okay, and the last one is conversion. Okay, so these points are very, very, very important. I'm really emphasizing on this. Please learn these points because these are the steps for changing direct into indirect. Now the next, here, as we talk about the steps, this one is the first step of it, identification. Whatever sentence is given there, what you have to do is identification. When the sentence is provided, you just have to identify the part of that sentences. And for that, as I told you, reported speech contained all other topics of the grammar as well. So you should be well aware about the subject and object. What is the subject and object? Can somebody tell me quickly? What is subject and object? It's very easy. Since we start making sentences, we know about it. Okay. Subject is the doer of the action, okay, and object will be the receiver of the action. Okay, so the subject, the one who does the action, and object who receives the action. So subject is the doer, and yes Mahi, very good. This is, she is the subject, say to is the reporting verb, and me is the object. This is the action done by she. So she is subject, me is object. Okay, so now to identify what is subject and object, we need to know who has done the action and who has received the actions. One, we know what is subject and object, reporting verb. Again, the very important point. Okay, so identification of the subject, object, reporting verb. Then quoted speech, we need to know the person. In English, we know we have three persons. First person, second person, and the third person. So now here in this sentence, we need to check what are the persons given. I belongs to the first person. My, again, first person. No other person is given here. Now what is the next part? Am doing, verb. Which tense it is in? Simple present tense. And now. Now is the time specific word which denotes the time. Now here when we identified all the parts of the sentence which needs to be changed. Okay, so take a glance over the list as well, where all the topics, all the points are given. What you need to identify: subject, person, object, reporting verb, tense, time denoting words, and type of sentences. The sentence here in the quoted speech, the type of the sentence is very important because we are going to change according to that. Okay, so here this is the declarative sentence. Now let's go further. Here, now once we identified all the parts of the sentences, we will start with the changes. Okay, we need to make some changes to make the direct speech into indirect narrations, so indirect speech. So here, first thing we will do, changing the person. Now now we know what are the persons, now we know what are the subject and object. Okay, so we change the first person according to the subject given in the sentence. Okay, and if there is a second person given in the statement, we are going to make changes according to the object. And third person does not change at all. Okay, they will remain the same as it is given. So now let's see through the example. First, in the direct speech, Dilbag said to her, I know your father works in his company. Subject, reporting verb, object. Identification done. First of all, you have to do the identification. I is the first person, your is the second person, he is third person. Once we know the person, once we know the subject and object, okay, we will go ahead. How to change? Right now we are not focusing on any other parts what we are changing right now. We are just focusing on the person. So here first person is given I. Okay, first person we change according to the subject. What is subject over here? What is the subject in the sentence? Can you tell me? It is already written. Identification is already done. Okay, everyone, please. It will be a shout out for me if you are answering. Okay. So, first person is changing according to the subject, which is Dilbag. Dilbag is a masculine singular noun. So according to that, I will become he. Now second person is your. Your will be changed according to the object given. Okay, so now object. Again, if we see the object, her. Okay, her. Singular feminine noun. Okay, so the object is singular feminine. So according to that, we are going to make changes over here. Your will become her. And as per the rule, we know we do not touch the third person. Let it be the same way how it is given. Okay, so his will remain his only. So now if we have just we are focusing on person only. So first person changed, second person changed, third person we didn't touch. Okay, first person changed according to the subject, second person changed according to the object, third person we didn't touch. Now let's see this indirect speech sentence. What is our answer? Dilbag told her that he, I will become he, knew her, your will become her. Father worked in his company. Okay, so we have made changes in the person here. Now let's go ahead. Okay, it's time to take the screenshot again. This is also very important. This table is providing you the detail how the pronouns are changing into indirect speech. Okay, from direct speech to indirect speech. In direct speech, we are getting this many pronouns like I, you, my, your, me, myself, we, us. Okay, now according to the gender and the number of the noun, okay, so whether it is singular, plural, or maybe it is masculine or feminine, depend on the gender, we are going to change them. So I will become he, she, or they. You will become he, him, she, her, they or them. My or your will become his, her, or their. So it goes on. Okay, so you need to learn this table. It will be very easy for you whenever you have to change the person in the indirect speech. You can do it properly. So once you are thorough with the table, you are done with the persons. Now the next changes in the reporting verb. Again, it is very important. Okay, changing reporting verb. Now when we are changing reporting verb, we need to keep in our mind the type of sentence, the kind of sentence given in the quoted marks. Okay, between the quoted marks, within the quoted marks. So here, that is very important, because according to that, the reporting verb is going to be changed. Yeah, but before we go ahead, I would like to tell you one thing. Keep in your mind, we changed the reporting verb, but we never changed the tense of the reporting verb. Okay, we never touch the tense for reporting verb. It will remain the same as it is. What tense is given, we will follow the same tense. We may change the verb, but not the tense. Okay, now here, first is given declarative. Okay, declarative is a simple assertive sentence. Okay, so it will remain, if said is given, said will remain said only. Said to will become told. If said is followed with object, followed by an object, then it will remain, it will change into told. But there is no object given, then it will remain unchanged. Said will remain said, said to will become told. Now the next is interrogative. Interrogative. Now interrogative sentences again ask the questions. Okay, so generally said will become asked. Okay, now the next, imperative. Imperative sentences are giving command or making request, orders. Okay, so now here, according to the sense of the sentence, whatever sentence is given, according to the sense of the sentence, we are going to change. If there is an advice given, we said we will write she advised. If there is a request made, we will say she requested. If there is an order given, we will say she ordered or commanded. Okay, so depend on the sense of the sentence, we are going to change the reporting verb into this, any of this. Now exclamatory sentence. We know that exclamatory sentence are showing the strong feelings and expressions. Okay, so according to the feelings or sense in the sentence given, we are going to follow this. Exclaimed. If there is some happy news, happy sentence, then we are going to say exclaimed with joy, exclaimed with happiness, exclaimed with delight. Okay, so those are the words. If there is something sad news or something shocking news, we can just write with exclaimed with shock or exclaimed with sorrow, something like that. Okay, so words we can choose according to the feelings of the sentence. Now next is optative. Optative sentence generally we use for the blessings, wishes, or maybe cursing someone. Okay, so that remains this way, like said will become wished, blessed, or the cursed according to the sentence given. Okay, now if you are thorough with that, you can take the screenshot. Next, removal of comma using the conjunction. As we all know, in direct speech we use comma to separate the reporting verb from the speech. Now here in indirect speech we remove all the punctuation marks. So on place of comma we are adding a connecting word, a conjunction. Okay, so now that again depends on the type of the sentences. Okay, so understood why I am always telling the type of the sentences is very important, because the changes are always made depended on that only. So please make sure you can understand the type of the sentence given in the direct speech between the inverted comma. Okay, now types of the sentences in reported speech. If it is declarative, assertive sentence, we are using simply that. She said that. Okay. Interrogative. If any interrogative question, if any question which answers with yes or no, okay, simply, then we are using the connector if or whether. If she said whether, okay, she asked, sorry, and then WH questions. There are questions which start with the WH words like who, what, why, how, when. So those words become connector. Okay, we don't use any extra conjunction. Those words are only used as the connecting word. For imperative sentence, in imperative there are two types of sentences, affirmative, negative. So for affirmative sentences we are using the conjunction to, and if the sentence is negative we are using the conjunction not to. Okay, here after that let's see this example. Again, we are not focusing on any other changes, but right now we are focusing on the connecting word, conjunctions, what we are using on the place of comma. He said, I came late. Now here it is given like that, I came late. It's a declarative sentence. So he said that. In place of comma, we are just using that. He said to me, where are you going? The question is asked with WH word. So we are connecting the sentence with WH word only. He asked me where I was going. He said to me, are these my books? He asked me if those were his books. Okay, no, we are changing the sentences from question to the assertive form. We are going to learn about it later on in this video only. He said, let me go. He requested to let him go. So imperative, positive, affirmative. So we are using to for that. Okay. So these are the example where we have focused on changing the comma into conjunction. Now here, after changing, removing the comma, using the conjunction, changing the person, we are going to change the tense. But we are not going to change the tense of reporting verb. We are not going to change the tense of reporting verb. We are going to change the tense of the verb which is given in the quoted speech. Okay. Now here, changing tense happens on one condition only. When the reporting verb is given in the past tense. Okay, so remember this always. If the reporting verb is given in the past tense, then only we are changing the verb in the reporting speech. Otherwise, we do not change. Now, there are two rules where we do not change the verb. If the reporting verb is in present or future. But obvious, when we are changing it only for the past tense, if it is in present or future, we are not going to change. Okay. This point is also very important. When the statement given in the quoted speech, if it is a universal truth, if it is a habitual truth, eternal truth, or any historical event or fact we are discussing, then that also will not change. Okay, it will remain the same as the verb given. Okay, we are not going to touch that, change that. Now, so changing tense happens only when the reporting verb is given in the past tense. Okay, now here we have examples, and for example I have taken the verb to write. Okay, you can use it for any verb in your sentence given. Okay, now here in the quoted speech, if the simple present is given, if the verb's tense is simple present like write, then reported speech you are going to change it into simple past tense, wrote. Okay, the same way present continuous will become past continuous, present perfect will become past perfect, present perfect continuous will become past perfect continuous. So all the present will become past, simple past, simple present, simple past, present continuous, past continuous, present perfect, past perfect, and present perfect continuous, past perfect continuous. Now what if this verb is given in the past tense only? Then if it is simple past, we are going to change it into past perfect. And now past continuous, then we are going to change it into past perfect continuous. So once you will learn this changes in the tense, it will be easy for you to change the verb in the quoted speech, not the reported one. Okay, do not change the reporting verb. Okay, now let's go for the next. There are some other verbs like helping verb and modal auxiliaries. So modal auxiliaries and helping verb also changes when we are when we transform direct speech into indirect speech. So now let's see that. Is, am, are will become was and were. Has, have will become had. Was, were will become had been V1, the base form, simple present, plus ing. Now will, shall will become would or should. May will become might or could. Can will become could. Must will become must or had to. Could, should, need, might, used to. No change in that. Okay, so remember that these do not change. Okay, so now here will and shall, would or should. Now we are confused. Why two are written? How can we know that where to use would and where to use should? So will and shall in normal sentence, assertive sentence, we generally use would only. We do not change shall into should. We change shall into would only. I'll tell you where we can change this shall in should. Here the same way, may become might or could, depend on the sentence again. Let's see some example. Okay, now here your doubt solving. Okay, shall becomes should if it implies a question. Shall if it is a normal sentence, like here first example, just check first example. I shall practice more, said Bobby. Bobby said that she would practice more. We didn't change shall into should, okay, because it is normal declarative sentence. But now in the second sentence, please pay attention. John said, shall I buy the car? Okay, question is asked. So here shall will become should. John asked if he should buy the car. Okay, did you get it? Now the second rule, may becomes could when it implies permission. Now here, first example, simple. Maria said, I may not call you. Maria said that she might not call me. Okay, so may become might when the assertive sentence is given. But here we are asking for the permission. Check the second example. The boy said, may I come in? Okay, so now here the permission is asked. So what are we doing? We are not changing might, may into might. We are using, the boy asked if he could come in. Okay, so this is very important. These two are little confusing. You cannot use should everywhere or might or could. No, according to this you have to make changes. Okay, so understood? Let's go ahead. Here now, words denoting time and position, expressions. When we are changing from direct narration to indirect narration, okay, all these words will change. Okay, now will become then, this becomes that, these become those, so on. You can see all the words here. Okay, all the time denoting words changing into other words. So please, you can take the screenshot right now. I'm not telling you to just sit and jot down all the things, but you can take the screenshot for this, and whenever you are making changes, you can refer this table. It is definitely going to help you. Okay, it's very important. You can watch it again, the video after that also. Now let's go for the next. Yeah, here are the examples. Again, we are focusing on the expression only. Okay, so first example, I said Raj was reading the novel yesterday. The time is given here, yesterday. Now, when we are changing it into indirect speech, I said that Raj had been reading the novel the day before. According to our list, we have made the changes. Understood? Second sentence, Jenny said to her brother, come home now. Come will become go. Now will become at that moment. So now here, Jenny ordered her brother to go home at that moment. Last, he said to me, I may go away tomorrow. Tomorrow, time denoting word. So now he told me that he might go away the next day. Tomorrow will become next day. Okay, so can you understand the changes what we have made in these words which denotes the place or time? Okay, so you need to remember that table always. It will help you. Next, here after that we have almost covered all the changes what we need to make. Now finally in one sentence we are going to check all the changes all together. Okay. Now here example is given. My mother said to me, I have never seen such a lazy boy as you. My mother said to me, I have never seen such a lazy boy as you. The sentence is given in direct speech. Now what we have to do is, we need to identify the different parts of the sentences. Now here I have done that already for you. Can you see that? My mother is the subject, said to is the reporting verb, me is the object. I, first person, have seen, it's in the present perfect tense. Such a lazy boy as you, again we have the person here, you is the second person. Now when we identified all the parts, we will go for the changing process. Okay, so now first said to, reporting verb changes, it is a declarative sentence. Can you see that? It's a normal affirmative sentence. Okay, assertive. So now here said to, but said is followed with the object, so we are not using only said, we are changing it into told. Remember when I told you that subject, verb, if it is followed with the object, told. If it is not followed by the object, said will remain said only. So here we have the object. So said to will become told. Next, comma will become that, declarative sentence. So we are changing comma into that. We are removing that quoted marks. Okay. Here I have given even key points. When you are changing, keep all these things in your mind, what we have already practiced. Okay. I, the first person, according to the subject. First person, according to the subject, we need to change. I. So I will become she. My mother, singular, feminine, right? So my mother will become she. So I, we are changing into she. Then you, second person. Second person always changes according to the object. So you will change according to the object given me. So you will become me. Clear? Now here, tense we are going to change. We know we have to make the changes in the tense, but we are not changing the verb, reporting verbs tenses. We will never touch the reporting verb for the tenses. Okay, but here this present perfect will change into past perfect. So have seen will become had seen. So all the changes we have noticed, we have noted down, right? Now we know all the changes, what we have to make. Now let's see the sentence in indirect speech. Okay, now this is indirect narration. My mother told me that she had never seen such a lazy boy as me. All the changes are done in the sentence. So the sentence is totally changed from direct into indirect narration. Okay, so this is the way. Actually, this we are doing for the example, so you know that all the steps you have to follow. But once you are practicing it again and again, it will be very easy for you. You will read the sentence and it will come in your mind that where you have to make the changes. Okay, so you just need more practice. Okay, here we cannot go on and on with the examples. Okay, but still. Now here, we have not touched the conversion, sorry. We didn't touch the conversion yet. Why? Because all the sentences what we have seen here, this sentence is declarative sentence only. So we do not need to change it. Okay, but if there is a question given, if there is an exclamatory sentence, if there is an imperative sentence, then we need to make them into declarative sentence. So now let's see some examples for that. Now here, conversion. When we are doing it, when it is not declarative, okay, declarative will remain declarative only. But when it is interrogative, imperative, exclamatory, we need to change them into assertive sentence. Now here, to change that, we need to remember these points. It is very easy. We just need to remove the question mark, exclamatory mark, all the punctuation marks, whatever is given, because we will end the sentence with the full stop only, because we are making it declarative. No other punctuations will be used. Yes, we need to change the place of subject and verb. We will see through the examples how are we going to do that. Okay, let's go ahead. Here, first we will take interrogative sentences. Now interrogative sentences. Interrogative sentence we are using to ask the questions. We all have that basic idea. Now when the interrogative sentences begin with WH words, as I told you, who, when, why, how, what, any WH word. Okay, so that word itself works as the connector in place of the comma. Next, the question with yes no answers, the do questions, the questions starting with the modal auxiliaries. Okay, all this have the connector of whether or if according to the sentence. Okay, so you need to understand the question first. Is it a WH question or the question with yes no answers? And according to that you have to use the connector, whether WH only or if or whether. Let's see the example. Now here direct speech example is given. The teacher said to the boy, "What are you doing now?" Okay, now identification is already done. Subject, reporting verb, object, WH word, present continuous. Are you doing? You is the second person. Now time denoting word. So identification is done. Now let's start changing. Said to will become asked because we are asking the question. When we are asking the question, said will become asked. So said to will become asked, comma, here WH word, so that we are going to use as the connector, we will remove the comma. You will become he according to the object. The boy is given. Okay, you is the second person. Second person changes according to the object. So we are going to use that. Now are doing will become was doing. Now will become then. So we noted down all the changes. Let's make our sentence in direct speech. The teacher asked the boy, "What was he doing then?" Something is wrong. I have already highlighted. Okay, when we are doing the when we are converting the sentence from question to the normal declarative sentence, the point to remember, the last point, we need to exchange the place of subject and verb. So this will be changed. Okay, this will not come, and we have to make the declarative sentence, so no other punctuation marks will be used. Okay, so now what will be the right answer then? The teacher asked the boy what he was. See, we have changed the position. What he was doing then, full stop, no question mark. Okay, clear how to change the interrogative sentence? Okay, please, if you are going through the steps, you will never make mistake. Just keep in mind. Okay, let's go for the next. Here, now this question. Krishna said to Ram, "Is your brother unwell?" Yes, no answer, right? This question, expect the answer in yes or no. Okay, so now here, subject, reporting verb, object, we have explained. Now, helping verb is given is second person your. Now, again, interrogative, so said to will become asked, comma, as it is yes no answer question. So, we are not going to use WH word, it will be if or whether. Okay, so we are using if here. Your will become his according to the object Ram, singular and masculine. So, your will become his, and the last is, we need to change the tense. So, is will become was. Now, we noted down the changes. Let's make the sentence. Krishna asked Ram if was his brother unwell. Now, something is wrong again because we didn't change the place of subject and verb. And this is not allowed because we are making it into declarative. So, let's see the right sentence. Krishna asked Ram if his brother was unwell. Okay, so this is the right way to change the question into declarative sentence. Now let's go further. Here, now let's see imperative sentence. Imperative sentence, giving command, requesting someone, giving order. Okay, so now here reporting verb say or tell is changed into some verb expressing all these feelings like giving command as we are talking about. Okay, so now there are some words for your vocabulary. Okay, I have written here. If it is a command, you can use order, command, bid, tell. If it is an advice given there, you can use advised, urged. Okay, request, then request, ask, desire. Okay, proposal, then suggested or proposed, prohibition, forbid. Okay, so these are the words what you can use on the place of said to or said. Okay, please take the screenshot if you want. Next. Okay, now example, let's check. Rajan said to Lina, "Lend me your pen, please." Request, right? Request is made over here. Identification is done, so we know the subject, reporting verb, object, person, tense, everything. Now here said to will become requested because it is an imperative sentence and the sentence says that there is a request made. Okay, so the said to will become requested. Comma will turn into to. Why? Because the sentence given here is affirmative sentence. Okay, so we are using to for that. Me will become him. Your will become her according to the subject and object. Please keep in mind. Now let's see the sentence. Rajan requested Leena to lend him her pen, please. Okay, because it is a request, please is given here. But is it right here if we are writing it here? No, it is not. Okay, why? Because we need to remove this word, because we have already said that request is made, requested, we have already explained. Okay, then why we need please? Okay, please used for the request and we have already mentioned that she is requesting. So we are going to remove this word, no comma and only full stop at the end. Now let's see. Rajan requested Leena to lend him her pen. That will be the right sentence for us. Okay. Now see the next. Okay, now here the same imperative only. The teacher said to the student, do not stand here. This is the negative sentence. This is not affirmative. Okay. So now subject, verb, subject, reporting verb, object, we know the identification. Said to will become forbid or commanded. And comma will be changed into to or not to. Why I have written to or not to? It can be one of that, right? It cannot be both. So here, when we are using forbid, that word itself says that denying. Okay. So we don't need to add not here. So if we are using forbid, then we are using to only. And if we are using commanded, any other way it's right. If we are using commanded, then we are using not to. So depends on you what are you using. Let's see the sentence. The teacher forbid the student to stand there. Denied them to stand there. Okay. So here when we are using forbid, we don't have to add not here, though it is a negative sentence. Clear? But if we are not using forbid and we are using just commanded, the teacher commanded the student not to stand there. Okay. So when commanded, not to. When forbid, to. Remember this. Don't use like this forbid and not to together. It will be wrong. So understand the concept. Clear? Let's go ahead. Okay. Now the next. Again imperative only. Shreya said to Riya, let us meet for coffee tomorrow. Now let. Okay. Let will always give some suggestion or used for some proposal. Okay. So now here said will become suggested or proposed. Comma will become that. Us according to the subject, us will become, because singular we are not taking, us is already plural. So it is connecting both the things together. So they. Us will become they. Now meet will become should meet because let is there and we know that it is a proposal or suggestion given. Okay, so meet will should will be added with the verb. When we are removing let, should will be added with the verb. So now let's see how we are writing in indirect. Shreya suggested to Riya that they should meet for coffee the next day. Tomorrow will become the next day. Remember all the changes. Okay, you are focusing on one and forgetting about others will not give you the marks. Okay, you will not get the marks for that. So remember all the things. That's what I told you. Remember all the checkpoints. Identification, changing in reporting verb, changing tense, changing time denoted words, everything. Okay, from first point to this last point, check everything in the sentence. Then only you go ahead for your exercise. Next. Exclamatory sentence now. The interjection such as alas, wow, oh, there are so many expressions we can use to show the expression. We can use these words. Okay, there are many words for showing the expressions. So now whatever words are used in the exclamatory sentence, oh, wow, alas, oops, there are many words, ouch, but we are going to remove them. Okay, we are not going to use them. Now here what happened, When we are removing those words, how can we show the feelings? When we say hurrah, we know that we are happy. When we say oh, we know that we are sad. Okay, so when we are removing that word which shows the expression, then how can we make sense? Like, how can the sentence will make sense? Right? So what are we doing? We are using exclaimed with the word which denotes the feeling. Okay, of the sentence, of the tone of the sentence. Now, let's see the example. The girl said, how beautiful the rainbow is. Okay, she was very much delighted seeing the rainbow. So, said will become exclaimed with delight or joy. Okay, comma will become that. Removal of how, because we are not going to use how over here, which shows the expression. Okay, we are removing that. So, on place of how, we are using very. Here, we have to add very before the adjective. How beautiful will become very beautiful. And again, the changing of the subject, verb and the place of the sentence here. So, we have to make it declarative. So, the girl exclaimed with joy that the rainbow is very beautiful. How beautiful the rainbow is. We have removed how, added very in that and changing into the declarative sentence. The rainbow is very beautiful. Clear? So, this is an exclamatory sentence. Let's see one more. Here, the boys said, alas, we lost the match. Okay, some sad feeling is there. So, now said will become exclaimed with sorrow. Comma will become that. Removal of alas. We are not showing any expression through the words, okay, any feelings through the words. So, alas will be removed. So, now here what sentence we will get for indirect? The boys exclaimed with sorrow that they had lost the match. Okay, simple. So, if you know the rules of changing, you can do it. Now, optative sentence where we bless someone, where we wish for someone happy birthday or some good morning or good night, whatever. Wishing, blessing or cursing. Okay, so those are the optative sentences. Here, according to the sense of the sentence, according to the tone of the sentence, we are going to use the reporting verb. Okay, like wish, pray, bless, curse, any of that. Let's see. Now here, direct. The priest said to him, may God bless you. Now here we know when we are talking about God, we are praying. Okay, so the priest said to him, may God bless you, which is the prayer made by the priest. Okay, so here said will become prayed, comma, that. Now here the indirect speech sentence will be, the priest prayed that God might bless him. Do not forget to change other words. Huh? You have to remember each and every detail. So again, the priest prayed that God might bless him. You will become him. Next, another sentence. The beggar said, oh, that I were a king. Here he is wishing to be the king. Okay, he is wishing for something. So now here said will become wished, comma, that. And the sentence will be, the beggar wished that he had been a king. Changing in tense, changing in person, everything you have to keep in your mind when you are changing. Don't focus on one thing only. Once you are learning, okay. Once you are done, remember all the points. Now, when we are going for the exercise now, before that, check yourself whether you have understood all these things or not. Okay. The checkpoints I have given here already. Identification, reporting verb, punctuation, pronoun, tense, time denoting verbs, words and conversion. All these things you need to keep in your mind when you are transforming direct narration into indirect narration. These are the questions you need to ask yourself when you are attempting the question. Define the type of sentence, very important. You should know the type of sentences because you know there are so many things depending on that particular thing when you are making changes. Okay. So what tense is used in the introductory verb means reporting verb, first verb. Okay, remember the first verb is reporting verb. So what tense is used? If it is in past tense, then only we are going to change the other verb in the sentence. If it is in the present or future tense, we are not going to make any changes. Okay, so you need to know the tense of the introductory verb, reporting verb. Okay, now do you have to change the person? Yes, if the subject object is given, definitely you need to change the person. So how are you going to change? Remember that table what I have shown you, okay? On base of that you can make changes. Now backshift of the tenses. Yes, you need backshift of the tenses, even the verb and subject also, okay, as per the changing of the sentences. Do you have to change expression of the time and place? Yes, position you need to change. So all the expression also needed to be changed. For that also I have given you the table. So you can use those words. Okay. So here, once you are clear with all these points, you can go ahead and solve any exercise given in your textbook, in your practice book, in your exam. You can do it well. Okay. So here we have some questions. We will go for that. And now I want some active participation for you all guys. Okay. So please try to answer. And I'm hoping I'm getting a lot of answers from you, and the right one if you have understood it, please. And if not, don't worry. You can go through the video again. You can check that points again and try again. No issues. But right now, please try to answer all the questions. First question is, Ram says to Rahim, I am 18 years old. Can someone try, please? Quickly. Ram says to Rahim, I am 18 years old. First you need to identify the parts of the sentences, and once you identify, start changing them, whatever is need to be changed. Okay. Is anyone trying? Come on, Dev, Isha. Here. Please try. Ram said to Rahim that he is 18 years old. Okay, Pari, nice try. Yes, Nisha Shah, nice try, but there is a mistake. Let me correct you first. Ram says to Rahim, says to. Which tense it is? Is it past tense? No. Yes, so we will not change the reporting verb if it is in past tense. If it is in past tense, then only we are going to make changes here for the verb. If it is in present tense, it will remain the same. So you can say, now try again if you want. Try again. Ram, yes, Dev has written right. Ram says to Rahim that he is 18 years old. Very good, Dev. Okay, perfect. Now the next sentence. Shilpa said rain fell yesterday. I'm not going to give the answer. I'm expecting from you to do this. Please try. Yes, Pari, you can try. You need to change the reporting verb, check the reporting verb. Okay, if it is in past tense, then only the verb will be changed here, otherwise no. We have 5 sentences. Shilpa said that. How you will change this? Shilpa said that. We don't have any object, so said will remain said. Okay, we are not going to say told. Shilpa said that rain had been. Someone please try. Fell is the past tense. So, past perfect. Yes, Pari, very good. Shilpa said that rain had been fallen yesterday. Now the next sentence. The teacher said the earth moves round the sun. Here, tricky but very easy. The teacher said the earth moves round the sun. Now tell me, the earth moves round the sun. What can be? We are on the third sentence, quickly. There are so many sentences I wanted to practice with you. I need to cut short the screens then. You need to be quick. The teacher said the earth moves round the sun. Okay, I'll give you the hint. Someone has written that. The teacher said that the earth moves round the sun. Very good. That's the right answer. Okay, the teacher said that the earth moves round the sun. We do not change it because it is the universal fact. Okay, the universal truth. So we do not make change in that. Okay, we'll write it the way it is. The teacher said that, but please remember the punctuations. Okay, Bhumi, you have done very well. Just make sure that your first letter T is capital and at the end full stop. Okay, but very well tried. Praveen said, I saw this man long ago. Come on. Next sentence. Praveen said, I saw this man long ago. Come on. Yes. Try, please try. Praveen said, I saw this man long ago. Praveen said, it's in past tense. Yeah. So Praveen said, I saw this man long ago. Praveen said that he saw that man long time ago. Okay, time denoting word, long ago. Okay, so Praveen said that he saw that man long time ago. Okay, right answer. Now let's go for the next. He said to us, are you going away today? Question. With the yes no answer. Okay, there is no WH word here. He said to us, are you going away today? Try this quickly. Praveen said that I saw this man long time ago. That is the right answer, but it is done. We are on the next sentence. He said to us, are you going away today? Come on, please. Try. It's okay if you are doing wrong. I am here to correct you. Okay, we will do the correction. Don't worry. You will come to know. From mistake only we will learn. He asked us whether we are going that day. No, something is wrong. Try again. He said will not come because this is the question only. So, who's this Rush, please? Said we are not using. He asked us, that is right. He asked us, and now whether or if we are using. He asked us whether or if, because here, and you is the second person changing according to the object. Object is us. So us will become, let me check. He asked that, are we going away today? Today will remain today only. It's a time denoting word. Today will become what? This is the reason I told you those words, what I have shown is really very important. Okay, so please go back for the video, check those words, take the screenshots or write it down in your notebook and please practice those words. Once you know those words, you can make it easily. Yes, very good. Very good, Pari, that day. Okay, now here we are done with this. We'll go for the next. Okay, so now here some more sentences are there. He said to his friend, please lend me your book. Request is made. See, I'm giving you the hint. I can't hold back myself. I want to do it, so I'm so excited. Come on, try doing that. He said to his friend, please lend me your book. Try. It's okay, it's allowed to make mistakes. We learn from our mistakes. He said to his friend, please lend me your book. This type of one example we have already done today in the class. Yeah, that day is done. Now we are here. Come on children, try. He said to his friends, please lend me your book. He requested his friend, okay, please will be removed because we have used requested. Now further, he requested his friend to lend him his book. Very good. Okay, perfect. So he asked, said to will become asked. He asked his friend, comma will be removed, inverted comma will be removed, please will be removed. Asked his friend to lend, okay, to lend me your, according to the subject and object, changes will be made. Lend him his book. Very good try there. Next question. The maid said to her mistress, forgive me, madam. Forgive me, madam. So this sentence now, the second one, the maid said to her mistress. Try. Even if you are making mistake, okay. Mistakes are welcome, but try. He requested his friend. That is done. Now we are on the second sentence. The maid said to her mistress, forgive me, madam. The maid requested to her mistress to forgive her. Okay. Can we go for the next? The maid apologized. Very good. Apologized. Okay, said. So past tense you can use. Very nice try. The maid apologized to her mistress to forgive her. We do not use madam here. It's okay. Mistress is already given. Madam is an extra word. We cannot repeat the same thing. Okay. So madam will be removed. We are not going to use madam in indirect speech. Now let's go for the next one. He said, hurrah. My team has won. Okay. Now here. Hurrah. Happiness. So next. He said, hurrah, my team has won. Come on, try. Who's trying first? Quick, I'm waiting. He exclaimed, my team has won. He exclaimed with joy, with happiness, right? Hurrah. We cannot forget. We are removing it. It doesn't mean we are forgetting it. Okay. We need to make use of it. So hurrah. So he exclaimed with joy. Okay. That his team has will become had won. Okay. Next. He said, how foolish I have been. He said, how foolish I have been. Who will try? Quick. Okay, he said, how foolish I have been. It's an exclamatory sentence. Yes, Bhumi, you can try. He asked how he had been foolish. Okay, he said, see, how foolish I have been. It is showing some sad feeling, okay? Or confession, that he is making confession that he was foolish. Okay, so we can use that word. He confessed. He confessed that he had been foolish. Okay, he confessed that. Said with sorrow, yeah, but still I prefer confessing something that I am foolish. Okay, so he said that he said will become, he confessed that he had been foolish. Okay, he had been foolish. Okay, next, she said to her servants, go away at once. At once. Go away at once. Come on, next. She said to her servants, go away at once. Quickly. Try this last sentence. Here, the order is given. The command is given. Okay. So, what can you write? She, it's not he. She said to her servants. She told her servants. No, the order is given, Rishabh. The order is given. Okay, so we will not say told. She ordered her servants to go away at once. Okay. Yes, Nisha Shah, very well tried. She ordered her servants to go away at once. We are going to change into immediately. Okay. So we can say she said to her, she ordered to her servants that to go away immediately. At once means immediately. Okay. At once will be changing into immediately. Yes. She ordered her servants to go away immediately. Very good. Okay. So now this, I want you to take the screenshot of this and try it on your own, okay, as your homework. You always get homework from your school, right? From the teacher. Whenever you are learning, you need to practice at home. So this, take the screenshot and please try to solve it on your own, okay? Now, I hope you have taken the screenshot, note it down as your homework. Okay, let's go ahead then. Now here, I'm going to end my lecture over here. Thank you so much for being with me and for your active participation. I'm really appreciating your efforts, okay? If you really liked and learned this, then please share and subscribe this channel, okay? It's going to be very helpful for you. This platform is providing you to learn different topics from the different subject, okay? Our faculties are very well on that, okay? So they will keep helping you. They will bring new topics or the difficult ones where you need help, okay? So please looking forward to it and keep looking forward for this and start sharing this with your friends, family, okay? Whoever you feel that it will be helpful for them, go for it, okay? And subscribe that. Now the announcement for our next class, okay, which is on 25th February, Thursday. Just make sure it's on Thursday, okay? Generally we have classes on Monday and Friday, but this time it is on Thursday. So please note down the date. It's on Thursday, 25th February at the same time, 9 to 10, okay? And who's gonna teach you? Alan sir, okay? The professor Lakshmikant Mishra, okay? He's very well teaching the Hindi things, Hindi grammar, like Hindi writing skills. So you are going to practice this with them on 25th February. So please subscribe, share and joining. I'm just hoping that you are going to join us for all other lectures. Okay. So thank you so much. Have a good night. Bye.